Good evening. I'm Dr. All in Good Fun, and I'd like to discuss a newly discovered form of memory impairment, which is called MAGA Memory Loss. It causes people to forget things that occurred, but to remember things that may not have actually taken place through the power of suggestion. For example, they might be listening to the Fox Entertainment Channel, hear a suggestion over and over again, and suddenly they process it as their own memory. We've discovered that as many as 72 million Americans suffer some form of MAGA memory loss. Now, to provide you an example, MAGA memory loss sufferers claim to remember exactly what they paid for a carton of eggs in 2020. But they cannot remember that in 2020 they paid $10 or $20 for a couple rolls of toilet paper, if they could even get their hands on some. Because you see, we're in the middle of a global pandemic and there were some supply chain issues. Now, with respect to that pandemic, MAGA memory loss sufferers also do not remember that while the entire world was experiencing this same pandemic, the U.S. president called the whole thing a hoax. He referred to it as the China flu, which caused a little bit of anti-Asian hate to take place. And he also refused to wear a mask or take any other safety precautions or provide medical gear and supplies like PPE to medical professionals like myself. In addition, instead of providing COVID test kits to the American people, he sent them to Vladimir Putin in Russia. But the MAGA memory loss patients, they don't recall any of this. Not a thing. They don't remember that once the president finally did admit that the pandemic was real, he told people not to listen to their doctors, but what they should do is swallow Clorox bleach or perhaps inject an ultraviolet light inside the rectum or some other orifice. So sufferers of MAGA memory loss, they also have forgotten all of that, and they have forgotten the 400,000 or so preventable deaths that took place because of the president's inaction. MAGA memory loss is a very complex illness. Treatment options are still in the trial stage, but what we advise you, if you should become exposed to individuals who suffer from MAGA memory loss, we advise you to maintain a safe distance from them. Do not attempt to engage, as their behavior and thought processes tend to be very erratic. So keep yourself safe. And stay tuned. I'll be providing more updates as we learn more about MAGA memory loss. Be safe and healthy.